Godzilla Raids Again is one of those films you go in wanting to love and come out deflated and wanting more from the film, which the film can't do because of its rushed production cycle, a side effect of the success from the first film, Godzilla, released only 6 months previously in 1954. But this film isn't all bad. As there are some great parts of this movie, it's just a shame there are only a few of them. We start with two pilots, Tugioka and Kobayashi, searching for fish for an Osaka-based cannery company. The actor that plays Tugioka is Hiroshi Kozumi, who would later go on to star in other Godzilla films, as well as Mothra. Kobayashi has a plane malfunction, and both are forced to land near a deserted island. There they stumble upon Godzilla, but this Godzilla is duking it out with another beast we would later come to know as Anguirus. Anguirus later on in the franchise would become an ally to the King of the Monsters, but in this movie, he serves as his first foe. The two pilots return back and report on what they had seen. Dr. Yamane flies in from Tokyo, which I think is a really great part of the film because it shows the continuity, and explains that the military can use flares to lead Godzilla away from the city, as it worked in 1954 during the Tokyo attack. And I think this is a really great tactic used by the film in the absence of the oxygen destroyer. Godzilla arrives in Osaka Bay, and the military begins to carry out the plan suggested by Dr. Yamane. It works for a while until some convicts who are trying to flee the police end up creating an explosion, luring Godzilla back towards the city. And like that, 35 minutes in, Godzilla begins his assault on Osaka. Anguirus, however, is not too far behind, and the two battle it out, leaving the city in absolute ruins. Godzilla eventually kills Anguirus, brutally I might add, and then heads back out to sea. And you can clearly tell that the director is trying to keep the same imagery and use the same atomic bomb parallels, but I feel like these all kind of fall flat compared to the last film. This is where the film begins to drag a little bit, but eventually the military begins a search for Godzilla, and Tugioka spots Godzilla heading towards an icy island. Kobayashi soon joins him, and the two try and bomb Godzilla. However, they are unsuccessful, and in the process, Kobayashi dies. But it gives Tugioka an idea that they can bury Godzilla with an avalanche. And that's what the military does. They come back and bury Godzilla, and he would be buried there for 7 years, until Toho produces King Kong vs. Godzilla for their 30th anniversary. While I do enjoy the monster action in this film on a whole is not very rememberable for me, and neither are the characters. While I love the destruction and the chaos these monsters cause, there are some points in the film where the monster action just feels very stiff and not natural. I get that this film had a very short production cycle, but this film just gives off a generic kaiju film feel, and Godzilla is just kind of in it, and the plot isn't very captivating. You don't feel that same sense of tension as there was in the first film. Everything just happens. The monsters show up, the cameras often pull away, and you get some forgettable dialogue. I feel like the monsters should have had a bigger focus on the film, as the film is called Godzilla Raids Again, but the set pieces and special effects are fantastic, and when the monsters are locked in duel destroying everything, it's great. There just should have been more of it. I'm giving this film 2 stars. While I would recommend this film to any Godzilla fan, I would probably not recommend this film to anyone just beginning, as I feel this film does not serve as a good introduction. But I would definitely have them circle back around to it, as I feel every G fan should see all the films eventually. Alright G-fans, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Goju Reviews. Look out for my next video, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.